Welcome back. And we are on to classification of hotels this time. Now, before we do that, let's look at the basic definition of a hotel. A hotel is an establishment that provides boarding and lodging facilities. Boarding means food and beverage services. Lodging means accommodation, rooms. You'll understand boarding more in detail when you go to room plan, the food plans, American plan, modified American plan, European plan. Those are, so we call it full board, semi board, half board, or semi board, full board, or maybe no board at times. And lodging is rooms. It could be luxury, it could be budget, it could be economy, or any type for that matter. We discuss that more in detail as we go along this course. But why do we need to classify hotels? We need to classify hotels for uniformity of services so that we can set them into standards. We can list those hotels in a classified order. That happens like it happens in any classification, like it happens in a supermarket, the library. You have things classified, right? According to the books for example, in the library, is classified according to the author or according to the subject, mythology in one place, physics in one place under sciences section, social sciences in another section. Likewise, it's easy for the person to trace out. You don't have to waste time searching for a needle in a haystack for that matter. And most important, it lists an idea of the hotels available in that particular classification for a tourist to choose before he or he plans to visit that city according to his or her budget, his likes or her likes. And so they plan and they reserve rooms so they're comfortable. And it acts as an audit control over hotels with respect to the quality of services promised in each category and the services offered. How we classify hotels? We classify hotels in a very simple manner. Size by size. It's the simplest. By location and clientele. By location and clientele. By ownership, by star rating, by degree of services offered, by duration of stay, and others. Now let's understand the basics of each before we get into it, right? This is the most simplest one. Small hotel. Classification of hotels by size. Small, less than 100 rooms. Medium, 100 to 200 rooms. Large, 300 rooms. That is between 200 and 300 rooms is large. And very large, obviously, more than 300. Now let's get into the classifications of hotels. A city hotel is also known as a business hotel or a downtown hotel. Suburban hotel, so located in the suburbs. Transit hotels, convention hotels, resorts and wellness retreats. Wellness retreats are the latest in the market. They're sort of boutique hotels which are away from the hustle and bustle. Motels. Now, what are city hotels? They're basically vertical structures that's built not on acreage of land. They're built on land, so which is very expensive in the city. So they're built like skyscrapers, vertical. For the business travelers, obviously, suburban hotels located in suburbs. Again, for business travelers who are on economy budgets. Transit, as in transit. You say that you're on transit from one place to another. So located at points of entry and exit, that are seaports, railway stations, etc., airports, convention hotels. So huge hotels, vertical structure in the cities for about 1,000 delegates and 1,000 sales conferences, salesmen conferences, dealers conferences, those huge ones, convention hotels, the world conferences, conventions, etc. The huge magnitude. Resorts and wellness retreats. Hotels located in the places of scenic beauty, ideal for honeymooners, holiday makers. Motels. The name itself, motels, is motorway hotels, because they're away from the city, like the resorts and wellness hotels. They have the land cost is less, so they are built laterally normally, and with one or two floors. They're located on highways, it's freeways in America, motorways in Britain. For travelers who want to stay the night or refresh, to eat something, by star ratings and degree of service. Simplest: 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star plus. That's it. Now, again, the star rating depends on the infrastructure, the luxury standards, amenities, and facilities for guests provided, which are audited time and again. And the degree of service, again, it is service and the kind of service they provide. Upmarket luxury world class service hotels offering luxurious world class services. So upmarket luxury world class hotels are those which offer the top of the line services. Then there's a mid market, mid segment hotels that offer the basic standard, and they're a little less frills than the luxury hotels, but they offer a decent kind of luxury in comparison to the budget economy services, which offer only the budgeted services and amenities. At times, in the budget hotel, if you notice, you have to pay for certain things you take for granted in a mid-market or a up-market hotel. For example, a Wi-Fi in a budget hotel you might have to pay for. You might have to pay for other little things which you take for granted in a mid-market hotel or in a the others are by duration of stay, overnight stay, apartment, or a residential hotel where you stay as a resident long term. And the others are flotels. Those are those lovely, lovely shikaras in Srinagar, the lake, the houseboats in Kerala. Basically, hotels on water anywhere. Then palace hotels, those magnificent palaces that in India have, which is owned by the royal families, the erstwhile royal families. Umayyad Bhawan Palace, the Rambagh Palace, the Shiv Nivas Palace, all those palaces are now hotels. Ultimate luxury. The luxury on rails. A classic example of India is the Palace on Wheels. And you have one in South Africa also, and Scotland also. And of course, who can forget the iconic train that features that edge of the seat thriller by Agatha Christie, Murder on the Orient Express. Homestays, which is a new trend now, where you rent out your homes to stay for guests. So they get to stay in a place where it's like a home. Obviously, it's much more cheaper than the hotels. Youth hostels. No need to explain that. Accommodation includes things like the accommodation like Takok Yatri Niwas in Delhi, circuit houses, Taj bungalows earlier, and classification of hotels by ownership, sole proprietorship, family owned, partnership, management, public limited company, private limited company, timeshare properties, and content. So that's it in definition of hotels by ownership. Next, we go on to in-depth study of each hotel type of classification, its examples, and other details. Log in next for an in-depth study of each classification with each hotel type, its examples, and other details. Thank you very much and take care.